Guys, before the start of this video, I'm doing this like right at the end. I want to give a shout out, and I gave a shout out to him at the end of the video, but I want to give out a shout out at the start of the video to Will, Emilio, Patrick, and Jessica. You know, it's for the people that I've met at these training camps so far up to this point. I most recently met Will, and then I met Jessica, Emilio, and Patrick all on the same day. So shout out to you four. Honestly, I love talking with you guys about Bucs football and just your, you know, some of you guys I've talked with your careers about. Some of you guys I've talked with your just Bucs football in general, what you guys have liked, what you haven't liked. So again, if you see me at these events, tap me on the shoulder, or if you're looking out for me, you know, comment on one of my videos. I'm always checking the YouTube comments when I'm at these training camps. So comment on one of my videos and say, hey James, I'm at this training camp, you know, where you at? And I will gladly, you know, come up, talk Bucs football with you, and, you know, you'll have a shout out on the channel as well. I'm going to start trying to get pictures with you guys as well, so I can throw them up in the video as well, because I love building this community, man. I'm trying to do as much stuff as I can with you guys, because you guys are awesome. You know, you guys make this such a fun hobby for me, so I want to, you know, give back to you guys as much as I can, and giving you shout outs, and, you know, eventually I want to try and do even more stuff with it, which I'll talk about that later. But yeah, I want to just be able to have as much fun with you guys as I can, and just we can all have a wonderful time talking about Bucs football. So thank you so much, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so day number 4 out of 6 of the training camp journey and whatnot. There's a very loud truck coming by, but that's fine. I wanted to thank you guys first and foremost for the incredible response, overall positive response to the last video, the Buccaneers preseason week 1 review. It was crazy, has 66 likes, one of my most liked video, and geez, I do not look well in the sun, but that's fine. Seriously guys, the amount of support that I've seen, not just from the likes to dislike ratio, but also just in the comments, you guys are really awesome. You know, thank you guys so much for making this the best hobby I could ask for, you know. It really does mean a lot. I've had such a wonderful time talking with all of you guys about Bucs football. It's certainly been a lot of fun, and I can't wait to continue talking about Bucs football. The channel's been doing really good lately. And it's all thanks to you guys. You know, always make sure you guys have been sharing it. You've been telling your friends about it. You know, and that means a lot, because I never really, you know, I didn't think the channel would get this big. So now that not this big, you know, I didn't expect the channel to be where it is at this point. So now that it is at that point, I'm just blown away by the community we've been able to make together. So thank you guys so much. So yeah, I'm gonna stop now. I'm gonna go finish driving to the training camp, and yeah, you guys should be seeing some like B-roll footage of the stuff that happened with another voiceover. So yeah, I'll see you guys there. Yeah guys, so if I'm being completely honest here, there was a lot of difficulties when trying to record footage for this video, which is why I could only get like almost barely 4 minutes worth of footage. The reason for that was because I actually showed up a little bit later than I usually do. I'm usually trying to get to be one of the first people in the door. I unfortunately was not one of the first people in the door in this instance, and there happened to be the most amount of people that I've seen at a training camp yet. So you can see here, me getting footage was very difficult. This was the first training camp after the Bucs' first preseason game versus the Miami Dolphins, so that was very nice. Brent Grimes was back. However, most of the usual guys, most of the guys who have been held out recently were again held out again today. For the most part, there were a couple of guys back as well. Again, if you have any questions for how players did and whatnot, just let me know. But just taking a look at who did good and who did bad in today's training camp, specifically for the inside portion, because it started raining outside, so I couldn't get much of any type of outside footage, which is why you see me here on the inside taking some footage here. That's because, again, there was so many people here, and then it started raining, and it was just a big old mess. But I will say, some guys that did impress, again, your usual suspects. Deshaun Jackson impressed. Jason Pierre-Paul impressed. He just is a beast. And then also, I will say, Jameis Winston had one of his best days of training camp. There you see Casey Phillips, I think her name is. Is it Casey Phillips? Is it Kathy Kelly? It's not Kathy Kelly. It's Casey Phillips, I'm pretty sure. And then you have the Bucs cheerleaders. That's how little I could have gotten in terms of footage, guys. I had to film the cheerleaders and like pan around because there just wasn't a whole lot of stuff to do. And then here you can see the players coming in. So yeah, Jameis Winston impressed, as well as guys like Deshaun Jackson. William Golston continues to not be as impressive. I will say this too, Devontae Lambert's been impressing me a little bit as well. I think he's actually building on some momentum that he had in that past preseason game versus Miami. So yeah, there was a lot of stuff to like. Again, honestly, this is probably one of the more uneventful training camps, I guess I could say, out of all the ones I've been to so far. So it was a little disappointing, but hey, whatever, it's still Bucs football. Hi guys, so if bed's not made, I know, okay, I know. But if I'm being honest here, wasn't a whole lot to be proud of in today's practice. There just didn't seem to be a whole lot going on. It was rainy. There was a lot of people here, so it was really rough for me to get footage. From what I saw, you guys can, as always, check out the live stream. It'll be in the eye icon on the top right of the screen, and it'll be on the channel if you guys want to check it out. But from what I saw, Jameis Winston looked really good. Deshaun Jackson looked really good. The offensive line still looked really good as well. Caleb Benenocht's working back with the ones again, which I thought was kind of interesting. William Golston continues to struggle, while a guy like Devontae Lambert continues to shine. I don't think William Golston's roster spot is in jeopardy under any circumstances, but I still think it's pretty interesting. Maybe he becomes a trade piece later on down the line. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't mesh with the style of what the Buccaneers are trying to do right now. But regardless, it is a little disappointing to see him struggle so much. The guy who impressed me the most today, though, Chandler Catanzaro. Okay, Chandler Catanzaro had the best day possible. Okay, he went 4 for 4. He made all of his field goals. Beautiful. He's the GOAT. He's the MVP. Chandler Catanzaro was wonderful. And they even practiced something at the end where Catanzaro missed the field goal on purpose because they were practicing a missed field goal return type play, you know, because you have that option. If you have somebody back and then the field goal kicker kicks it short and the guy can return it, he can go and possibly score on that. So they practiced that a little bit, which I thought was pretty interesting. They did some punt coverage stuff. They did some punt return type stuff today. It was kind of a special teamy type day. It wasn't anything too outrageous. Again, as always, if you guys have any other questions, you know, you can just ask down in the comment section below, and I'll try and answer it to the best of my abilities. The live stream was wonderful. That's where you're probably going to find a majority of the footage if you guys just go through and watch all of that, because again, it was really tough. It was weird, man. It was weird because there was a lot of people. They were very loud. You know, it was, honestly, I think it rivaled the Stick Carriers Day. Like, honestly, because it was loud. It was great. It rained a lot. I got plenty of pictures with some of the players, so if you guys want to check that out, go follow my Instagram at MrBucsNation, where I will be posting all the photos of that. Yeah, it was a fun day. Even got a picture with Jason Light, so it was cool. Jameis Winston looked good. I know a lot of you are probably wondering about Ronald Jones. Again, he hasn't done much to stand out lately. I think he still is just kind of working his way through some stuff, growing pains and whatnot. But Peyton Barber's looked really good. Peyton Barber looked good today, actually. So I don't know if that means that Peyton Barber's starting running back spot is just slowly getting more and more locked down. It could be, because whereas Peyton Barber's showing that he is just consistently doing good every single day of training camp, Ronald Jones is going at a slower pace, I think, which isn't bad. I think it's fine. It's nothing to be worried about under any circumstances, but I think that the starting running back job is just slowly becoming more and more like Peyton Barber's going to be getting the majority of the carries, which is fine. Peyton Barber's a very good running back. So, yeah, that was an interesting thing. The backup wide receivers looked pretty good, as they do. This backup wide receiver battle is just really interesting. You know, they could surprise us, but if I had to decide today who was going to get those 5th and 6th wide receiver spots, I'd probably say Bobo Wilson and Justin Watson. Justin Watson more specifically because he has had some hiccups here and there, and yes, he has done some things that have disappointed me a little bit. He's had a couple of drop passes and a fumble here and there, but all in all, I thought has done pretty good. Also, shout out to Will again. I'm probably going to shout him out at the beginning of this video. So yeah, shout out to Will, because that was really cool. I got to meet him, talk Bucs football with him. Again, if you guys ever see me at one of these events, you know, and you think it's me, just walk up, tap me on the shoulder or something. If my back's turned or whatever, and just say hi. you know, because I'm hard of hearing sometimes if you yell James or hey Mr. Bucks Nation, like I might not be able to hear because like I'm really focused on like finding a good vantage point to like get a good view for the live stream and whatnot. So if you see me, just run up, tap me on the shoulder and be like, hey James, what's up? And I'll be like, how you doing? Let's talk about some Bucks football. What did you like? What didn't you like? You know, I love it. It's one of my favorite things, talking Bucks football with all of you guys. So yeah, that was my training camp experience. I hope you all enjoy it. I'm really sorry that I know that day 4 wasn't exactly the most eventful day, but again, if you have any questions, I was there. We can talk about it more in the comment section below. There's going to be a channel update video coming out a little bit after this video comes out, so stay tuned for that. I'll be talking about plenty of things, like my Patreon, like some upcoming videos that are going to be coming out on the channel, and what my plan is kind of for the regular season moving forward, and a lot of other things involving that kind of stuff as well. So I hope to see all of you there in the channel update video. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and as always, I will see you in the next video. But until then, and as always, goodbye for now, guys, and go Bucks.